All right, kids, what are we looking at? All right, I was attempting to make a Smith machine, but it turned out to be a complete piece of junk. So it just wasn't up to standards. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't, you couldn't go heavy with it or anything. So I got this 1-inch EMT conduit, right? And I was going to use that for the uprights for the Smith machine. So that's why I have this. And then I started thinking, you know what? I can make a Viking press with just my leg press. All I have to do is, normally my leg press pivot is all the way on the bottom, but all I had to do is move it up. I can move this thing anywhere on this rack, right? Just to change the arc and the resistance. And then the front, same thing. I can adjust this for inclines or flats. So I got it kind of set now just to do flats, all right? It took a little bit of maneuvering to figure out what the right position is. If you got a big belly, you can't do that because you see I barely fit in there, but it almost bottoms out, which is what I wanted to do. And you don't need to go all the way down when you're bench pressing anyway. A lot of people say don't. Whatever, it depends on your shoulders. Okay? And the good thing about this is, of course the arc doesn't go straight up and down like a Smith machine, right? But it's pretty darn close. All right? And I don't want to hear any cornball experts telling me, about the dangers of a Smith machine. Whatever, don't use them if you don't like them. But I'll tell you what, I could go to failure on this with no spotter. And that's the beauty of having, a home gym. I don't have to work out with a bunch of freaks getting in the way, right? I just work out by myself, work out to failure without killing myself. All right, and that's what it's all about. If you're not going to failure or pushing yourself, you're not going to build muscle. Now, the only thing that's different about my leg press than the one in the original video is notice I have this new 2x4 on top, all right? And the reason why I did that, because I'm getting stronger and I'm going heavier. And I was thinking, you know what? If I would, originally, I should have put a 4x4 right there, but I didn't, okay? But now I'm getting stronger, I need more reinforcement. So, if you did one like mine and you want to retrofit it, I recommend you doing that. Otherwise, if you're building it from scratch, put that outside piece, make it a complete 4x4. And another thing too, be careful of the grain of the wood, right? Whenever you're going, like a baseball bat, right? Whenever the tension is all this way, you want the grain to be up and down, all right? So go pick through that whole stack of boards. Go piss off everybody in Home Depot and Lowe's and move every one of those boards so you come up with something that has almost perfectly up and down grain, because those are the strongest ones, all right? Okay, so I took an 1.25 wood drill bit, and I drilled these holes. And the hole goes probably about as far as the drill bit would go, okay? And just so happens this 1-inch EMT, the outside diameter is almost exactly, it is exactly, because it was a heck of a hard time getting these things in there. I had to pound them in there. So they're in there really tight. And then I drilled another hole and put these little pins in there that I cannibalize off one of those Chuck Norris Total Gym things, okay? Just in case. But these things won't come out, all right? And then, these pieces are about, I think they stick out about, 9 inches, something like that. All right. And then I put a 4-foot piece of EMT across there with these U-bolts, okay? Because that gives me the option to do neutral grip or, regular standard grip. All right. Because we're doing the Viking press and stuff, I like to do them neutral grip. And if your shoulders hurt, and sometimes doing regular bench kills your shoulders, do them neutral grip, man. They won't. It's completely different, man. It takes all that stress off your shoulders.